Hello, welcome to the Chugging into 1000 here, reporting for duty, welcoming you to a brand new Let's Play. You're probably thinking it's another Nintendo Wii game. Yes, obviously it is to be the case, and it's probably just a continuation of Super Mario Galaxy 2, but honestly it is not. This new Let's Play, I can't technically say I grew up in my childhood playing this game, because I technically got this game 2 years ago, so yeah. It's from Warner Bros. Games. Created by Taurus Games. Can you tell what game it is yet? If you don't, then I'm going to say it's a clue. It is a game dedicated to everybody's most favourite kids character, Scooby Doo, in Scooby Doo First Frights. Again, like I said, I got this game brand new 2 years ago, and I played it for the first time ever, and I can honestly tell you, I adore Scooby Doo. I watched it so many times in my childhood, and ever since I first discovered the fact that they were creating video games based on Scooby Doo, I wanted to get it. Now, this whole case scenario with Scooby Doo is basically the case of, well, I think it's like when Scooby-Doo was like brand new or somewhat. So anyway, let's get started. In Scooby, obviously we do have like a couple of profiles here, but we don't really need to do anything based on them. So we're just going to start a brand new game. So let's get started. Scooby-Doo First Frights.
Sorry, Velma. Like we haven't eaten since the snack after lunchtime snack.
Shaggy, Scooby, you guys are going to love me. The Keystone Castle International Food Festival.
Food festival?
A castle? Sounds like it could be a fun type of vacation.
It's beautiful. Look at the amazing scenery.
And there's even an eating competition.
This is like no time for sleeping, man. We've got to start clearing all these shelves.
Why do that now?
To make room for the trophies we're totally going to be bringing back.
I'd really love to go, but I promised we'd help my cousin Anna win her school talent contest.
We'll be there, Dad. I've heard St. Louis High has the biggest cafeteria in the state.
The biggest? Yum.
And cafeterias always have the best customers. Like us.
So as much as I'd like to see that castle, can Anna count on us?
Totally. With Scoob and my sweet dance moves in her act, she'll get a first place trophy. Then we can go eat our way to ours.
Honestly. Yeah. You're gonna love the cutscenes in this game. So yeah. It's same as always, Shaggy and Scooby, they're known to be the funniest characters in the entire game. So speaking of the trophies that he was actually talking about, I have to go over them real quick. You actually unlock 15 trophies maximum, and also there's like those Scooby medallions in the top right hand corner. When you play through certain levels in the game, there will be hidden Scooby-Doo medallions, and you need to collect each and every one of them to probably get a trophy. I'm going to go over every single one of these. We have FIFA Vandal, Roman Remnants, Teddy Terror, Speed Freak, Mailman, Davy Jones Locker, Doggy Disco, Cannon Commander, Crab Chowder, Galactic Defender, Royal Rampage, Red's Revenge, Greedy Gold Grab, Ride of the Vikings, and Super Sleuths. Super Sleuths, as you can pretty much tell, is the trophy that you get for grabbing every single Scooby medallion in the entire game. And believe me when I say these trophies, they are mainly dedicated to being unlocked after doing a certain something in a certain mission. But also costumes. We have the default costumes of the gang, but later on in the game you will be introduced to these sort of things. over here, there's like a lot, and I do mean a lot of stuff to go through in this. And the time we will be unlocking them, the time for that will come. We even got monsters over here. We will go over what that is later on. But anyway, without any direct delay, let's go to episode 1. And do level 1.
One more time. In the name?
Stop! You sound like a mouse, Anna. You must project. And again.
In the name of the gods. Ms. Hilton? Is that you? I hope?
What a way to start the game, guys, eh? Yeah, that happens every time with Scooby Doo.
I can't wait to see Anna. Thanks for helping her out, guys.
No problem, Daphne. We're happy to help, right, Scoob?
Scooby Doo.
Okay, let's split up. We'll find Anna faster that way.
Like, we'll search in this direction. Right, Scoob?
Right.
If we're gonna dance at Anna's contest, we need to find the cafeteria and fuel up.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah. Right, so, obviously, now that we've actually gone through the cutscenes, we're not allowed to leave. So yeah, obviously we got the standard. Move around with the left thumbstick to actually move your characters. You got, like, a said move, which I think deflects attacks or somewhat, I don't even know. You can press A to jump, press B to do an attack. The more times you attack certain things, the more likely you'll be finding Scooby Snacks. These Scooby Snacks you want to grab because they actually count as they count as coins in this game for you to buy costumes when you're not actually playing the level. And how can you get Scooby Snacks by whacking the mystery machine? Yeah. So anyway, going down in here, it's just now telling you to do the tutorial of pressing B to attack. I don't think you get anything by running on this. So we got these here, Scooby Snacks. They're used in the clubhouse to buy costumes and collect as many as you can. So that's exactly what you said.
Like we copy, or whatever.
Hi, boys. You need to find a way into the school. Anna should be inside somewhere.
Like cool, man. Leave it to us, Velma.
Yeah.
Okay, keep you posted. Velma out.
Yeah, there will be random moments in the game where you'll be having like a walkie-talkie and having the characters talk when it's not even based on a cutscene. Every time we have like a voice clip of the characters, you just got to be aware that I will not be talking over the characters as they speak, because I want you guys to like listen very closely to it. Right, now we're being taught the tutorial of how to jump. So like I say, just press A to jump, do that again, and then here, we're going to press A to jump. And oh no, we can't make the jump. But, there's actually something else. You probably thought we can only do single jumps, right? Wrong, you can actually do double jumps. Not something you occasionally would see in any Nintendo or any game in general, to be honest. Besides, I don't even know what game consoles Scooby Doo First Frights was originally to be broadcasted on, because all I know is that it's on the Nintendo Wii, the Nintendo Wii. So yeah. Anyway, I don't really want to delay things any further, so let's just proceed further onwards. And yeah, so obviously, like I say, when you see a chance to grab Scooby Snacks, grab as much as you can, as what the game said. I don't really want to like try and get every single costume or whatever, but I will try to get as much as I can. Okay? Right, so if we go down over here, some more snacks for us. But we need to use our newly unlocked double jump to go in further
We
distance.
gotta be quiet sneaking around here. If a teacher finds us, we're like history, man.
Now, you probably might think that'd be like relating to a joke. Kind of is, but also kind of ain't. Because what Shaggy is saying there is because basically in school, they have certain classes known to be history, so they learn history lessons. I know that for a fact. In fact, speaking of a story based on history, this actually is not really a good one. I can tell you this for a fact. When I went to school one time, we was doing a history lesson. It was close to the very end of the lesson, and I had one kid bring out a can of deodorant and a torchlighter. He lit the torchlighter up, sprayed the deodorant, and made a flamethrower. And stupidly enough,
Dude, a Scooby medallion. Get it?
stupidly enough, he aimed the deodorant spray of the flamethrower right by my leg. And that could have literally burnt my leg to a crisp or whatever. But no, I was wearing trousers, so my trousers could actually like caught fire. And I would have been screwed because inside of a classroom, you're not allowed to leave the classroom unless you ask permission to use the toilet. And since if I got caught on fire, there would have been no way to extinguish the fire because the teacher wasn't even in the classroom. So, yeah. But the story doesn't end there. I was told not to tell the teacher that the kid did what he did. So I was threatened to do that. So I told the teacher, and guess what the kid said to me in person when I told him off? He said he was going to send me to the hospital half dead, meaning I'll be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, completely paralyzed. You can tell for the fact that I was petrified by that. And I was fortunate enough to actually tell on him again, and he got suspended from school. I don't know what that kid is doing now, but anyway, not delaying anything further, let's get the Scooby medallion.
That's worth like 500 Scooby snacks.
What are you doing back there?
We're Shaggy and Scooby, the garden inspectors.
Shaggy and Scooby? I've heard of you. I'm Anna.
Anna, like Daphne's cousin?
Yeah.
We're here to help you win your contest.
There you go again.
And I'll need some real help. We haven't been able to finish a single dress rehearsal since the Phantom started haunting the theater.
Zoinks! Did you say Phantom?
The Phantom of the High School Musical. He keeps terrorizing us whenever we're in the theater. Ms. Hilkin still isn't happy with our performance, and the contest is this weekend.
Ms. Hilkin?
The drama teacher.
Okay, but first, if we're gonna go find the food, Phantom, we need to know, is there a cafeteria here?
Right past that building. But why?
Gotta get some energy if we're gonna help you win your contest. My philosophy of life is
Oh dear.
food before Phantom. All right, to the school eats.
Now, obviously, I'm going to remain quiet here because there's going to be another walkie-talkie thing coming up as soon as we go over the gate.
Shaggy, it's Fred. Have you found a way into the school yet?
No, but we found Anna. Oh, and watch out for the Phantom. Fred, yellow. Oh, he's gone, Scoob, like a Phantom.
Oh dear. So, simple case really. So, because now Fred knows about the Phantom, he's going to let Thelma and Daphne know about the whole case. So, we are kind of in a whole sticky wicket here. So we found Anna, we've been told about the Phantom even though we saw it in the cutscene. So we're just going to do what the meddling kids are known to do. And that is to investigate. But not before we whack the trash can and get as much Scooby sex as possible. I think if you go down here, there's, yep, a good golden one. So just following on further down this way, I think you, oh yeah, you just basically have to follow the trail of Scooby Snacks. That actually tells you where you need to go. So, yeah, I will be basically doing one episode recording based on every single level. So it's like, this would be episode 1 of episode... This would be episode 1 of episode 1 level 1. And then the very next one will be level 2. And then the very next episode will be level 3 and so on. That's going to be the whole case scenario in this. So, yeah, oh, hang on. There we go. So, yeah. So, controls are a little bit on the janky side. But, as soon as we actually get a little bit further over here, we're going to be introduced to something else that's brand new.
I'm a crackpot. I mean, crack shot. Come over here and like swap to me.
Yeah. Something I actually was mentioned in the show, because I was actually pressing the C button at the very start of the level, but we didn't get introduced to the mechanic yet. You can actually switch characters whenever you want. So now with...
Hey, a grapple switch.
Yeah. So, our characters here have like special moves. This is what the C thing was dedicating about. If you're nowhere near a special move, these guys can't actually do anything. So, this little green ring here is a specialization of Shaggy. He can use grapple switches. Press C to use his yo-yo, activate a grapple switch, and
Hey,
then...
there, Scoob. Can't you like smell that cafeteria taste?
Right, so yeah, obviously now we're going to be introduced to another thing.
A pressure switch, like over there.
Thanks, Shaggy. Yeah, we got like a pressure switch, so now we can do double jump ground pound.
Like at the same time, man. Like at the same time, man. Like it's grapple time, man. I can get up there. Scoob,
Right.
the dog door. Dog door. You go, me, Sloppy Jones.
I don't think Scooby gets that. So yeah, certain jokes Shaggy makes are a little bit on the silly side. So yeah, we can do like things in two different options. We can either press C to use the grapple to make Shaggy go there, or we can use Scooby and press C to go through this. Only Scooby will be able to go through the doggy doors, okay? And now, which is going to be activating the levers, there'll be certain mechanics where you'll be introduced to puzzles where you have to do the same thing at the same time. Otherwise, you will be in a sticky case. But anyway, here's another Scooby medallion. When actually like, well, you can't actually see it, but when you like look at the levels or somewhat, it will actually, when you beat it, of course.
Oh, man. The food's like down this hole. Back to the drawing board, Scooby Doo. I haven't even had dinner, and like I'm already being deserted.
Yeah, now Shaggy didn't even realise that he could have just crawled in through the fence. But yeah, that's not the end of the level. We're now controlling Fred and... I nearly said Thelma, but it's not Thelma, it's Thelma. So yeah, Fred Jones and Thelma Dinkley. So, over here.
We have to search in the dark.
By the looks of things, that's the power shed right there. The generator should be inside.
Yep. As you can tell with Thelma, she likes to be a smart kid. So with Fred, he has the power, well, the unique ability of moving heavy objects. So just press the set button, keep hold of it. Actually, you don't have to keep hold of it. Okay, never mind. Just press the set button and then move in the direction of where you can move the thing. The tracks over here actually indicate what you have to do. Now I'm going to switch to Thelma and go inside the generator.
Jinkies, that switch is huge. See if you can turn it, Fred.
Yeah, so obviously another thing Fred can do. We need to like rotate it in the direction that the arrow was pointing to us. And that way we can power the generator and it will turn on the lights in the baseball fields. Now for Thelma's work.
If we get those big sports lights on, we'll be able to see a whole lot better.
Maybe I could use that device to turn them on.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty prolonged episode, guys, so just bear with me on this. So we're going to press C, and we just got to, like, match whatever arrow is shown. And how fitting it is, on the spotlight only activated a certain part.
Look, Velma, clues.
Jinkies! Look how many there are. We'll need them all to piece the clue together.
Yeah, so there you go. So we got these little jigsaw pieces which indicate to be a clue. Same as always, just pick them up. And we have Phantom's glove. What would a white theatre glove be doing on the sports field?
Daphne, come in. Do you copy?
Daphne here. Hi, Velma.
The boys found Anna, and apparently we've got a phantom on our hands.
Sounds like another mystery. Cool.
The phantom may be on our hands, but he's missing a glove on one of his. Keep an eye out for clues. When one of us finds a way into the school, we'll all meet up.
Okay, Daphne out.
By the way, we weren't actually control locked in that. But after that cutscene of the
Hey, kids!
whatever. Oh.
Coach Hayes, Fred Jones. I remember you from when your school used to play ours.
Fred Jones, the star quarterback. Your spectacular pass really stole the game away from us, son.
Sorry, sir, but thanks, sir.
So you'll be at the sports carnival this weekend?
This weekend? But the talent show's this weekend.
That's what Ms. Hilkin thinks.
Pardon?
Ms. Hilkin, the drama teacher. Well, think about it. How do they ever hope to win the talent contest if they can't even finish a dress rehearsal?
Yeah, that is tough to do when there's a phantom in the house.
Just as well, as far as I'm concerned. My star player is in that show.
Well, our friend's cousin's in the show, too. So we need to help them get phantom free.
Well, a word of advice.
Yeah.
Ask Miss Hilton where she was every time the phantom appeared.
Now that is actually a good tip, that is. And hey, look at this. We're now going to be introduced to based on combat. You've got to like destroy these enemies. Fred just basically is a simple case of punching, but if you press the C button, Fred Jones actually throws a rugby ball, whereas Thelma actually throws books. I have no idea why she'd be throwing books at them, but yeah. You just got a simple case. Obviously, we've got spotlights here. The spotlights are highlighted over Fred Jones and Thelma Dinkley to indicate where the enemies are going to be running towards. Once you kill all the enemies, which I think that's all of them, from the sound of that indicates no. Okay, so there he is. After killing all the enemies, we'll unlock the path forward for us.
What is that?
Gee, don't know. Let's go check it out.
Now, I'm not going to like get any more serious next now. We're just going to prolong in the level. And look, there's Scooby.
Hey, wait for me. I could get across on that pole.
Yeah. Now we're controlling Scooby once again, but this time teamed up with Daphne. Now with Daphne, her power is a simple case of jump to a pole, that anything that glitters, Daphne can interact with it. Otherwise, Daphne is just not known for anything else in a way. So we're just going to move forward a little bit, grab these Scooby snacks.
Cool. I always wanted to be a pilot.
Never would have thought that, Daphne. Never would have thought.
More snacks.
Right, so we're just going to climb up this pole. Scooby will automatically go into the doggy door. And we got more enemies.
What? Scooby Doo. I thought you were brave.
Now here we go. Courage keeps the gang at bay. If your courage gets too low, they'll disappear. So yeah, to get more courage, pick up these hearts and you'll gain a boost. Okay? So what they say is actually kind of the case. If if you're like short on courage, then I think your teammate would disappear. It actually triggers on all characters, so just bear that in mind. Okay, once we enter the door, we're now in here, and we have a helpful heart regenerator. These will always spawn these hearts, so the more times you see these, the better. We're just gonna like continue further onwards. We got more enemies down over here for us to beat up. We're just gonna like carry on and on. And I think there is actually a Scooby medallion, yes, to be found right here. When I played this game for the very first time ever, I actually didn't know that Scooby medallions was actually an important collectible in this. Wow, skeleton literally inside the locker, and it just had the locker jump on top of him. Be careful not to hit the electric there, by the way, otherwise you will regret it. Now we've got more enemies to beat up. You have to literally beat all these enemies in order to proceed further onwards. And when I say all, I mean the ones with the hats. These enemies do actually have names, but I don't actually know the name of them until we've actually gone further into the stage to actually unlock costumes based on us being told what those enemies are. So now we're going to be going up these stairs. There will be enemies to slow us down, but just simple case, ignore them and just go to the very top. But if you do need to attack back, then don't be afraid to attack back. Okay, just run into the door. And I think we now need to go in this way, is it, or is it the other way? No, it's this way, alright. So we just beat up these enemies. And I think if we go in this door, costume chests. Hold special costumes for characters. Any character can do the same mechanic as Felma does to unlock the costume. And we've unlocked Fred, American footballer. We can now purchase this costume in the clubhouse. And believe me when I say this, yeah. Even though you've unlocked them, you don't personally get them immediately. You still have to pay Scooby Snacks in order to fully get to use them. Okay, we can't proceed with them until we kill the enemies, alright. I actually want to call those enemies the Ghosteteers, because it's like the Musketeers, but they're not. But we got another new enemy here. A witch. 2 to be precise. These witches... oh, 3 actually. These witches are actually pretty annoying. They have like poisonous apples that they will actually throw at you. They were actually... there's another Scooby medallion over here that we saw in the cutscene. And by the way, once we've beaten the witches here, that will be the end of the level. So yeah, once we've beaten the witches good enough, they will fly off. It's up to you to jump up and whack them off their broom so that they don't get away. So there's the apple throw. Right, go on, witch. No, no you don't. No you don't. Come back here. There we go. Right, so that's only 3 of them. The other 3 would just pop up immediately from the ceiling. Come on. There we go. Just 2 more to go. Right, go on, just punch you in the face. No, you're still not dead. Oh, okay. Jump attack actually killed it that time. Come on, witch. No, you're not flying. You're not flying. Get back down and fight. There we go. And that's the end of the level.
Good work, guys.
Come on, Scoob. Gotta find those clues.
Clues?
Right, clues. Sure, Shaggy.
Yeah, you can easily tell from that. So yeah, that's the end of the first episode. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this Let's Play, because it might not be the case. But yeah, you actually notice there, if you grab a certain amount of Scooby snacks, I think you get given something, I don't know. But you notice every single level, I believe, has one clue, one costume, and a trophy. The trophy indicates something that you can do in the level, providing you are able to do it. The trophy, I believe, from level 1 was to beat it in under 4 minutes. Which I can honestly tell you I was not able to do, because obviously we've been in this episode for like 30 minutes. I don't want to try and make all my episodes last 30 minutes, but that's to be the case. So, next time on Scooby Doo First Frights, we'll be doing the second level of episode 1. See you guys then.